All right. Welcome to Selfie School. I couldn't think of a better name, so that's what we're calling it. But I'm going to help you guys take better pictures for your business, edit them, and then we are going to do a quick little over to Canva to show you how I take the background of my pictures to plop them in any kind of marketing materials that I'm making. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Michelle Zubak. I am a Scentsy director. I joined Scentsy in October of last year in 2020 and promoted to director in March, and now have a team of 67 consultants. We are the Sassy Scent Slingers, Sassy Scent Society, excuse me. I'm the Sassy Scent Slinger. And prior to joining Scentsy, I had been with other direct sales network marketing companies. I've been doing the social media marketing thing for quite a long time, and took a little break from direct sales in between my last company and Scentsy to actually start my own business, where I taught direct sales people, other network marketers, how to brand themselves on social media. And I missed the team aspect of direct sales. So here I am again in Scentsy world, and I'm so glad I'm here. Scentsy is by far my favorite company that I've been with, and I love all of you guys. So that's the quick version of me. And then next up, I just want to talk a little bit about some materials you're going to need to do this, okay, and why it's important too. Let's talk about why it's important first. So, you know, putting your face on things that you're doing on social media is super important to gain that trust with your audience. If they see you, they can begin to know you, they'll like you, and they trust you. And that's what turns your sharing into sales, because they trust that what you're showing them, what you're sharing with them, is something you actually like. And that's part of being authentic. It's part of, you know, showing your face and not just showing product and trying to sell. Putting your face next to a product definitely helps. So, and I see a lot of times when people are taking pictures, they're at angles that aren't necessarily flattering, or they're in a dark room and you can't really see them, or people avoid taking pictures of themselves altogether for whatever reason. And and it's fine if you don't feel comfortable in front of the camera. I didn't when I first started in social media marketing. I did not. I'm like sweating now because I get nervous, but like I would break out into a sweat every time I went live. Every time I took a selfie, I felt like an idiot. I was like, oh, here we go again. And it was always the same angle. It was always the same picture. So I have been there. It is totally okay to start where you are. And I'm just going to give you what I've learned over the years and like my best tips and tricks. And then you can use that to, as you want, like take bits and pieces from me, take everything. Like I'm just here to help any way I can. Okay. So if you don't already brand yourself for your Scentsy business, I highly encourage you to do that. So like, branding is more than just a color palette, but like it's a whole vibe. So like my vibe is basically I don't give a shit, and I'm a foul mouth sailor. I am a basic bitch. I love all things fall, but my branding colors are very fun. Confetti is a big part of it, and pinks and things like that. So I tend to take pictures of me wearing a lot of bright colors. Pink is usually pink and purples and things like that. So like that's very on brand for me. And it's not going to be everyone's brand. So if your brand is neutral tones and like a more dark vibe, then that's what you need to do. Like don't do bright colors just because I'm showing you things with bright colors. Like you have to be you and stay true to your authentic self, whatever that is. And that's a whole nother thing. We're not going to like go all into that in branding, but I just wanted to like mention that. So to take a great selfie does not mean you need your hand like this. Yes, you can take a selfie like this, but I strongly recommend, like if you're going to do photos for this purpose, like branding and product photos and things like that, that you invest in a tripod. They have really reasonable ones on Amazon. This is from Amazon, and I don't know, I probably spent less than $20 on it. It's a really nice tripod for a camera. I bought this little like attachment for my phone because I only take pictures with my phone. I don't have a nice camera. But the tripod is definitely going to help you get the right angle and get the right cut. So like when I take those pictures that are like my cutout of me, I have to stand back a little farther so nothing's cut off on the camera. That's like the key. And I'll show you all that too. So a tripod, if you don't have, like right now I'm sitting with natural light. That's the lighting that I have right now. I have a big window in my bedroom. So I take most of my pictures here in this room or down in my living room. Lighting is super important. So I have big windows in both of those rooms, and during certain times of day, I get excellent light. So 9 times out of 10, a picture of me is taken in one of 2 places in my house, and it's those 2 places. I do not use a ring light. I don't use a ring light for a couple of reasons. I have one and I'll use it in a pinch, but I wear glasses. And whenever I take a picture with a ring light, I get the glare on my glasses, and I can't not wear my glasses. That's part of my brand. It's part of who I am. I don't ever not wear them. So I'm always going to wear them. So I don't like the ring that I get, and you have to do like weird angles to like not get any glare. So if you wear glasses and ring lights usually are not your friend. And the second reason is I feel like sometimes it gives off an unnatural color to my skin. So I always prefer natural light. If you don't have like a really good natural light source, then absolutely. They have really reasonably priced ring lights on Amazon that I own one, and it's really nice. It works great if I need it in a pinch. But natural light's always going to be your best friend, and not direct sunlight. If you're going to take your pictures outside, which is always awesome to have a nice outdoor backdrop, just do not do it in direct sunlight on your face. First of all, you'll be squinty. You'll be like this in all your pictures, and no one's going to see your eyes. And also, you don't want to have the sun like right behind you, because then your face is going to be dark. So in the shade outside where you have some nice bright light is going to be the next best thing. If you don't have a spot in your house with good natural light. So those are my tips for lighting. And then, so hair, makeup, and outfits. When I am creating images, I am batching them. I do not do my hair and makeup every day. I barely do it once a week. Like I wear my pajamas. I don't, my hair never is curled. Like this is not how I look every day. But when I'm posting things on social media, I want them to look good. And I want it to look like I've got my life together, right? So I do my hair and makeup. Like I got out doing work. I came home and I did my hair. I'm going to take a shower after this. Like no one needs to know that, but I'm going to take pictures that are going to look great. So, but do it that's authentic to you and your brand. If you are the hot mess express mom who doesn't do their hair and makeup ever, then don't do your hair and makeup like all done up like it's not you. Be you, right? I don't do my hair and makeup every day, but I do. This is how I look in every picture because this is my brand. This is it. But be authentic to your brand, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. And you can doll up once in a while. That's fine. Like whatever your comfort level is. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. That is you. I recommend having a bunch of different outfits or at least your shirt that you can switch out your shirt. So your hair and makeup's done. You can batch out a few pictures with one shirt, switch out your shirt, change your outfit. Because then you're going to have content that you can post for weeks. On Instagram, they tell you that your top, like the most recent 9 pictures, you should at least have your face in there once. So if you're posting on Instagram every day, that's one, yeah, it's 9. I have to count. I don't know what it is. You should have your face in the top 9 at least once. So like I have 2 right now in my top 9. Oh shit. Like I have 2, sorry, the glare is like bad. But anyway, because you're your brand. Scentsy's not your brand. You're the brand. You are the one who you're building that like, know, and trust with your audience. And they want to see you. They don't want to see image after image after image of Scentsy. They want to see you in your life, and they want to like get to know who you are. So if you batch out a bunch of pictures in one day, that's pictures for weeks that you can post anywhere you need to. I reuse a lot of my pictures and I just plop them on a different like marketing thing. And I use my pictures in all my print materials that I send out to my customers too. So they're always seeing my face. Okay, so hair, makeup, outfits, props. The other thing I want to talk about was props. So have some products on hand. If you don't have any products on hand, literally one of the poses you're going to do is this. Because you can plop anything on that hand in Canva. Any product we have, you can plop it right on your hand. So like, and then you can plop on a warmer there in editing. And we'll talk about editing a little later on. But if you have props, like this shirt I got from the consultant store, obsessed with it. I saw Tara was wearing hers today. So I went downstairs and I pulled off I emptied it out. I had wax in it too. I emptied it out and I got it. I'm going to take a picture with this. And that's going to be something I put on an Instagram post or whatever. I'm going to hold it up because it goes with my shirt. It's like a good little, prop. So gather your props, gather your outfits, do your hair, makeup, or whatever look you're going for to make yourself look presentable. You want to please clean the lens of your phone or your camera, whatever you're using. Please clean it. I literally was doing a story the other day and I was like, what the heck is wrong with this story? I had fingerprints all over my freaking phone. I don't know what was on it, but my story was so hazy, but I didn't want to redo it. I was like, whatever, I'm posting it. So, but please clean your lens to make your pictures look crisp and clean. That you can't fix really in the editing that I'm going to show you. And I don't know how to use Photoshop, so I couldn't help you there. So let's see, I want to make sure. Okay, as far as taking the pictures, there's two different ways that you can take it. Now I'm using an iPhone and I'm actually going to share my screen and show you some things once I get to that point. But you can either use the timer on your phone. If you have an Apple Watch that connects to your phone, you can use the timer from your watch to your camera on your phone, or you can record video from your phone and just move around in your poses and then screenshot from the recording. That's the least quality of image you're going to get out of those options. But if you're far away from your phone and you don't have a timer option, I don't know of a phone that wouldn't at this point, but if you can't, then recording and screenshotting is another great way to do it. A lot of times I'll do that if I'm out in public, and I'm by myself. I'll set my phone down and I'll walk away from it while it's recording and take a couple, whatever, I'll just kind of move around and then I'll screenshot because it's easier. And honestly, I get embarrassed when I do that in public, but I do it anyway. So I care a little bit because I'm embarrassed, but otherwise I'm like, it's fine. I'm just going to do it anyway. Okay. I'm going to just make sure I didn't miss anything off my notes. My notes are on a card. I don't even have good notes. That's how I roll. Oh, the next thing is going to be framing the shot. So here, I'm just going to show you. Let's see if this will work. I'm going to try to share my screen and use the camera. I don't know if that's going to work. So if it doesn't work, we'll just move on. But let me see if I can get it to work. Okay. Oh, it's working. Hello. Okay, so here's how we're gonna frame the shot. I'm losing my light too, so we're just gonna go with it. So you don't want to have it this is not where you want to be. You actually want it to be slightly angled down. You don't want it straight up and down, and here's why, because I look like a football player. Okay, if we go slightly down with the angle of the tripod, then when you step back, it's still giving you a nicer angle of your face. Does that make sense? I hope. Okay. And then, so for me, I'm going to put a timer on. I use a 3-second timer. If you need more time, do more time. And then there's a feature on iPhones where you can touch it and you can slide up and down to make it lighter or darker. I do lighten it slightly, and then I do more editing later. So I have it set for 3 seconds. I'm going to hit my button. I'm going to step back. Oh, I messed up already. So I was going to say, you want to make sure that you're framing your whole body in the shot. I mean, not to your feet, but your arms need to be in the frame, because if you cut it off, if you're going to use this image without a background, your fingers are now cut off of that shot. Or if your arms like this, you have to now, that your arms cut off. So you have to use it against the edge of another picture or something, which isn't terrible. You can do that, but you want to make sure you're getting your whole frame in there so that you can use that picture for whatever you want. So I just did one the other day where I was like this or something like this, my finger, because I was pointing at something. And then in editing, I added like words or an image or something here. So the other thing you have to deal with is your face. And my face is just always a mess. And I probably take 100 pictures to get 3 good ones. So don't feel bad if that happens to you. And leaning in is going to help with some angles too. Like, I feel like if you stand up straight, like I look very like SpongeBob right now, but if I lean in, it gives a better angle and I feel like, I feel hot. So, all right, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one with, I'm holding a product. So in editing, I can add a warmer to the top of my hands and it'll look great. Okay, I'm gonna go back over here for a second. Stop sharing. Okay. I hope that made sense. And I hope that helped kind of with a little bit of the angles. And does anyone have any questions? Let me stop here for a second and see if there's any questions, since I'm at a pretty good spot where I could take a second. No, okay. So angles, so, and do different poses. You're gonna have to just play with it till you find what works for you and what you feel most comfortable with. Like, I feel most comfortable doing this like cheesy, that's just my go-to and it works for me. But if it feels super inauthentic to you, like, don't do that. Like, do something that feels good to you and that makes you feel like you look like $1 million, because that's all that matters, is how you feel. So that's how we do the picture, the actual picture. Then you're gonna do different poses. You're gonna change your shirt or change your outfit. Do different angles, different this, do that, stand back farther, like be more candid, like ha ha ha, or like whatever. But I like to do a lot of different hand things because they're super useful later on to create other content, like holding your hand out or pointing, like, or like thinking, like just do all different emotions too, because you can come up with a post about being grateful and just be like, you know, whatever grateful face looks like. I don't even know. You know what I mean. Or maybe you don't. It's fine. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to edit the photos. And so when it comes to editing photos, there's lots of different ways you can do it. I am going to just show you how I do it. I use Lightroom. It's an app that you can download to your phone. It is free. And I did purchase presets that are used in Lightroom. So you can go to Etsy and purchase presets. You just search presets and they will all pop up and they all come with instructions. They're not expensive. They're very reasonably priced. Sometimes after I bought a preset, I'll edit it anyway because I need it to be a certain like way. But I'm going to quickly just show you how I do it. I'm going to share my phone again. Maybe. Okay. So it's an app called Lightroom. It's this one right here. Oh, there we go. I just did that one earlier. So we're going to go to find a photo, and I'm not going to do a tutorial on this. This one's pretty user friendly. I just go to my camera roll and we're going to do this one. And so this app has where I can adjust the light, I can adjust the color, I can add effects. Some of these you have to pay for the effects. But basic like light and color and a couple of other things you don't have to pay for. So I don't pay for this app. It's totally free. But I do purchase presets. It comes with some presets as well. So like if you want to just adjust the light, like you can make it brighter or darker, you can adjust the contrast. But I have, oh no, I don't want to do that. But the perk of doing a preset is that you can apply that same preset to all of your photos, and it gives you a very branded look for a really not a lot of effort, because they're all going to look very similar in colors. So like, I think this is the one I use. So I've got this one called Vibrant Blogger I bought, but I also have like 87 other presets that I've purchased before. So I have a ton of them. And it just depends on the colors that I'm wearing, really, which one I'll pick. You don't want to edit it too much that it looks fake. So I'm just going to find the one I want to use. Oh, I like this one, I think. Base or color. Let's do this one. It's bright. So I'm going to use that one. So it's bright. It looks pretty clear. And then I'm going to save it, and I'm going to save it to my files on my computer because I have iCloud. It's all going to sync up or whatever. I'm going to save it to my desktop. So now it's on my desktop. Let's stop sharing. I now am going to throw it in Canva. So I'm going to share my screen again. All right, so in Canva, I'm going to create a new design. I'm going to do an Instagram post just because I'm just messing around here. So we can add, so I just did, what did I just use? I just used this one. This is my branding for this month, like my group. My group theme is this kind of theme. So I'm just going to use it. And you go to uploads and you upload your own image. So here it is. We'll open it. And this is so easy. Like Canva can't make it any easier. Like you just plop it in there, hit edit image, background remover. And it's gone. Oh, come on. And it's gone. Oh, it's got, see, it's got that thing in my background, on my wall. It's still there. So all you have to do is go to the erase button and you can manually erase whatever's sticking out there that shouldn't be. I'm not going to be perfect at this. You have to take your time so it's not like cutting my hair off weird, but we're just going to, that's not how you should do it, but we're going to go with it because I don't want to be here all night. Yeah, right. Who am I kidding? I'm going to fix it. Okay. That looks good enough. It's good enough. We're going to go with it. So then you press done. We're going to make it bigger. I'm going to cut off my legs. Why am I still there? Cut that off. Ah, what happened? Hold on. I think I didn't save it or something. Computers have to fit. There we go. All right, there we go. So now if I want, I can take this gnome, which I'm not going to do because this is not Christmas yet. But look, there he is on my hand. Boom, he's done. You can highlight whatever you want there, as long as it's not a licensed product. And boom, you're done. Change the background, put some words on there. Like this was the real streamlined version of how to, but like you can literally do whatever you want with it now. I went real fast. So if you guys have any questions, I thought this was going to take much longer than it did. If you guys have any questions, let me know.
All those images that were in Canva, did you put them all in there individually?
Yeah, it's really easy to grab them. You can grab them just from the dashboard in the marketing tab. Yeah. And they have all these background free images for most of the products that you'll see in any of the brochures.
Oh, okay.
And then if you go to your website, anything that's currently on your website, all you have to do is save the image. It's already without a background.
Oh, okay.
And then I uploaded them. Tara, did you have a question?
No, I actually learned myself. I figured out myself how to remove the background from Canva the other day.
Yay!
I'm so proud of myself.
I do love Canva because it's super user friendly, and I feel like they've done a really great job over the last few years. I've been using Canva for a long time, and I feel like the last year
They're getting a lot better.
Really, really fantastic. I used to bounce between Canva and PicMonkey because Canva didn't do some of the things that PicMonkey did, but PicMonkey's expensive. And now I've completely moved over to Canva because now they do everything. So I love it.
No, I think it was easy enough to understand and gave some ideas of what to do. And as simple as it sounds, so like just do your hair and makeup one day and change clothes. I'm like, why did I never think of that?
Yeah, it's the way to do it. I can't, because there's so much, I mean, you want to post on social media regularly.
Yes.
And you want to make sure you're showing your face.
Yes.
But it's exhausting to like get yourself together when you're doing a million other things. And, you know, especially with kids and you got to go here and you got to go there. Like, who has time for all that? Like, I barely get dressed.
Or the desire to do it.
Exactly. So this is something like I started doing, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago. And the other thing that you can do, which I have done, and I probably will invest in again, is you can actually do a branding shoot. Like you can hire someone to do your branding photos for you. I did that. I have a friend who's a photographer. So I was like, will you do my picture? She goes, yeah. She's like, just buy me dinner. Done. Easy peasy. I bought her dinner. And then we rented a space that I found online, and it was a beautiful like artist studio where she had a ton of props. And I was like, perfect. So we did this whole branding shoot because I don't have an office in my house that I love, but I want to take pictures like business stuff. Like I'm working from my computer or I'm on my iPad, but I don't have a nice office. Like I have this corner. I mean, I love my house, but I have this corner of my master bedroom that's always a disaster. I'm like, it's not going to look good to take pictures here. Like, yeah. So if you have a friend who has an office that you love, like go on location or wherever, like you can definitely get outside of your wherever you are. If you don't want the pictures done in the space you're in, you know, you can do pictures anywhere. And I found that batching out that content though saves me so much time too, because I go through and edit them that day. Like I'll take a bunch of pictures and then I'll edit them all and save them and upload them to Canva, and then or just use them as they are. I don't always delete the backgrounds of every picture. I just wanted to kind of show you guys if you weren't sure how to do that. Sometimes I just use them as they are. So that's why I use like this as my background, because it's kind of neutral and it's very my vibe in the back. And then in my living room, when I do the pictures there, it's got my foyer, which I love, my wallpaper in my foyer. It's very me. So it doesn't seem like it's always the same place where I take my picture. So it's always the same background, but it's something a little bit neutral that's not real busy. And I feel like if it's super busy, then it's distracting. And the other thing you can do when you're taking the actual pictures, you can put it in portrait mode if you like that blurred background look. I didn't show you guys that, but that's another feature on iPhones. I don't know if it is available on all phones, but portrait mode is really nice. I tend not to do it so much, only because if I'm going to delete the background, it makes the edges blurry, and I don't really love that. And if I want to blur the background out, you can do that with an app too. So I tend not to take a lot of my pictures in that portrait mode. But I hope this was helpful for you guys and like got some tips from it. I just get asked a lot about like, oh, you always take the best pictures. I'm like, well, I don't know what to say that I do, but let me try to put it into words.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And the other thing I have to say is like, just like, oh, I've said it a couple times, but like be yourself. Like if you're like I feel like I'm super like bubbly kind of like, and like whatever. So I feel like I take pictures that are like that. Like I try to think of things while I'm taking pictures, like, and I'm always talking to myself while I'm doing it too. I'm like, you're such a dummy. Like, what are you looking like that for? But it makes me laugh, and then it makes it feel a little more authentic when I'm doing it. So that's another tip. Let's just try to like, you know, put yourself in the mindset of whatever you're doing. So like pretend, I don't know, make it seem a little more, what's the word I'm thinking of? In the moment, not in the moment. Whatever. It's fine. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll let you guys go. I hope that was helpful. I will record, it's recording, so I'll post the link in the team page. So if you guys want to share this with anybody who maybe missed it, you can. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And thank you so much for popping on with me.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
See you later.
Bye.